one of the best songs in the world is Pretty Green Eyes, and he started showing fried chicken and fries or something.
Welcome along to Fried Chicken Fries, the Random Topic Generator podcast. It's episode 4 now. It's my turn this week. And we're in the car.
We are.
We're in the car. We don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere in our car, rolling back the years, the months, and as if we are going to work, really, but we're not going to work. We've finished work. I don't know, are we going for a pint or something?
Go for a pint, yeah, I don't know where.
Oh, we don't know where.
I'm going to go this way.
We're going this way. This
If
way
I
for
go,
us.
if I go the other way,
Yeah.
I'll probably end up driving to our old job.
We don't, don't do that. We probably won't be welcome back in there, if we're honest.
No.
Not after the mice incident. We've had 3 episodes so far, and last week's was the most challenging, shall we say?
Yeah. Like,
The,
it threw up a very difficult subject. There's a few difficult subjects in there.
has it got you nervous for what the wheel's going to throw up this time?
It has done, really, because, especially early on in the pod as well, because if it throws up something to that you need a veto, that's the one veto used, isn't it?
Yeah, and then that's problematic for
That's a concern.
Yeah. So last week, for those of you who haven't listened, I don't know why you haven't listened, to be honest, but the random topic generator threw up landmines, threw up the Sinclair C5,
Yes.
and what was the other thing?
Landmines.
Lidl.
Sinclair Lidl.
Lidl.
Yeah. Go
An
on,
eclectic
there.
mix of things there.
Yeah, move on.
And what is it?
Jesus.
Police there. There's
Outside the
There's a
harbour.
cat under that police van, so that could be nasty,
Problematic.
using up one of his 9 lives there. Should we spin the wheel?
We should.
We'll just spin the
We
wheel.
brought,
Obviously,
we brought it out with
this
us.
episode we've brought it on its holidays. We've brought if you're listening for the first time, we've preloaded a wheel with loads of random topics. We spin the wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on, that is what we have to talk about.
Correct.
We can veto something, but we can only use 1 per episode, which could be very, very dangerous should something terrible arise later
Yes.
in the episode. So without further ado, I will spin fried chicken fries wheel. Spinning.
Yes.
It's spinning. Dogs.
Dogs. Great.
I like dogs.
I like dogs as well. Are you? Well, you've got a dog. Do you want us to tell us about your dog?
Yeah, I've got a dog. I've got a sausage dog called Frank.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he is 4, and he's my best friend, and he is an arsehole on just every imaginable level. He is an absolute bellend.
Yeah.
I've got a tattoo of him. I've got another little tattoo of him on my nose, which he did himself. And, well, yeah, I love him, yeah. We got him 4 years ago because he's 4.
You're 4?
Yeah.
I thought he was older than that.
No, he's 4. No, he looks older than that. He's got like a grey beard now. I think it's living with me. It's turned him grey. You've got dogs as well.
Yes, I've got 2.
What?
Which now makes me officially a dog person.
Yes.
We've got 2. We've got Teddy, who's 12. He's a Bedling Terrier crossed with a Bedling. No, hang on.
He's a Bedling Terrier crossed with a Bedling Terrier.
Terrier.
So he's a Bedling Terrier.
No, he's crossed with a Springer Spaniel. Just so that his breed could be called Bed Spring.
Yes, it's very good, that.
Yeah, and he's quite a handsome dog, but he's advancing in years. So, in a vain bid to make him feel youthful, we got a puppy earlier this year, who's now 7 months old.
Did it work?
It has not worked. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid to say it has not worked.
Was it a good decision?
In hindsight,
In hindsight, never means a good thing.
no,
does
in
it?
hindsight probably not, but they are both independently lovely dogs. Just together, the at the moment, incompatible.
Do they not get on?
Not at all.
Oh, really?
No. Well, Monty, the younger dog, wants to impress Teddy quite a lot.
Right.
And Teddy,
showing off.
Yeah, Teddy's not interested in that.
Right.
Those shows of
Right.
affection and things like that. So yeah, it's a difficult time. They've got to be kept apart for play.
Right.
They can walk together. We can walk them together.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's all right. But yeah, not ideal.
Dogs are great though.
Oh, they are, and they're
dogs,
both independently of each other. Really, like
Yeah.
And it's nice because I remember how kind of youthful Teddy was when he was a pup and getting into scrapes and things. And he could be quite affectionate, and Monty is a lot more affectionate. And he's like, he's shaping up to be more of a loyal dog than maybe Teddy is, because Teddy's his own mind, has his own mind, and very stubborn.
Frank's very stubborn. I take him out every day, usually on a morning before work. And there are things that there's a certain way. I say I take him out. He takes me on one of two routes that he's pre-approved. Yeah. One of which is down the bank next to the petrol station, along round the marina, and into his favourite coffee shop where he knows he gets a sausage every time. So he won't walk past that. So he will simply basically refuse to walk past it unless you go in and get him a sausage.
So I was about to ask, like, if you try to take him on a different route,
he will go another way if he thinks he's going to my nana's house, because that means he has to walk past the pet shop, which is more expensive for me. Yeah. So I tend to take him the sausage way, because that's like free, really, because Reggie works there. Yeah. Whereas it cost me $6.99 to take him out for a walk last night. So he won't walk past it. He goes in and chooses usually the same toy every time, and then waddles off, takes it to Nana's, destroys it. Right, so he destroys it. I was going to ask if you have got like a pile of just the same toy. Yeah, all the bits of like we sell them for spares. Yeah, we pared down Monty's toys because we have had to get rid of most of them. Yeah, and there's some good toys that Teddy had that he destroyed. So we've kind of put Teddy's good toys to one side, which is probably part of the reason why Teddy hates Monty. Because he's ruined. Half of his toys have gone into dog storage. And there's like, we've got 3 toys that he can play with without destroying them, and it's like a dinosaur coming out of its egg. That's like, he can't destroy that dog. Yeah. He tries. And there's a ball which used to squeak. You used to have like a furry thing around it. It's like a furry powder, so it's like it doesn't have that anymore. No, that was ruined, and the ball squeaked, and that was during a really important Euro 2024 match, so it no longer squeaks. Right. I sorted that. So he's got his ball, and he's got his dinosaur, and he's got a bit of rope which started out about like 2 foot long, right, and it's now about 6 inches long. Okay. He eats like towels. Yeah. He doesn't eat upholstery or carpet or anything like that. Purely towels. He's got like towels. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's got towels in his bed, and he'll just eat squares. Does he like eat this as well? Yeah. Right. So he poos it out. Yeah. Right. One came out the colour of the towel ones. Very concerned. Very good, that. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's character building, isn't it? Yeah. We went through it with Teddy. You probably you'll have gone through it with Frank. Yeah, I'm still going to it. What did he do yesterday? I was on the way home, and he crossing quite a busy road, and he decided that was where he wanted to do his poo. Yeah. So I had to stop the cars while he had a poo. Lots of people laughing, and quite an angry man in a van. How can he be angry? Like, my fault. What do you want us to do? Yeah. Like, not really much. Yeah. So I was picking it up, and he was like, I was like, well, I'll leave it there. But if I'd left it, you'd have been in a mood with me, wouldn't you? And I could have been fined. Has anyone ever been fined for not picking up the dog poo? I've never seen it in action. My policy with dog poo is, if I'm like out in the sticks, I'm not going to put it in a bag. If he does it in a bush? If he does it in a bush, there's no need for us to get it. If it's on a path, I'll try to flick it away from there as much as possible. But these people who put them in them green bags and then leave the bag. Yeah, well, that's worse. Because they say they're biodegradable. Yeah, they are. Yeah, but 100 years. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very kind of. I always pick his poo up, like. Or if I'm like walking down the street and he
craps in it, I will pick it up and I'll warn other people of the detritus that it
residue.
is. Yeah. With Monty, like when we're out on his usual walk, he will. God, this road's terrible.
It is terrible, isn't it?
You can tell we've passed in the South Tyneside.
Yeah.
Bit of a topical political joke there.
This is going to be.
It's going to sound terrible. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Monty. Monty will, on his regular walk, will do his poos in front of the poo bin.
Yeah, Frank does that. It's quite helpful.
So helpful. And that kind of describes the difference between him and Teddy, because Teddy will do it the furthest point away. And he knows the furthest point away from the nearest bin. The most inconvenient place. It'll be like half an hour into 1 hour walk, miles away from the bin. So I have to walk for the... He's an asshole.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's loyal-ish.
Yeah, I mean...
What's your dog history? Have you had a history of dogs in the family?
No, I say not really, not at all. No, that was my first dog. We never had them growing up. We did have a few pets, like rabbits and stuff. Becky's always had dogs, but no, I didn't really want a dog, if I'm honest. But we've got one now. So I love him really. I just like them generally.
Yeah,
they're just like me because they're just stupid. Like they are morons, aren't they? Really.
Definitely more of a dog person than I am a cat person.
Yeah, I don't like cats
I'm not
at all.
a cat person at all, actually. Although my first pets were cats. My first cat was called Nuisance.
Right. My gran had a cat and I hated it. It's dead now.
Yeah.
So was the cat. But...
I used to dance with my cats.
Right.
Nuisance was great, but she died. Then we got Harry, who wasn't very nice. And my mum insisted that he'd been stolen by the Germans. Some Germans, like professional thieves, gone around the estate and just put loads of cats in the back of the van and made off with them. I think
high price in Munich, was it? Or did your mum just kill it?
I feel that the cat was just quietly rehomed.
Right, yeah, quietly bin. Remember when that woman put the cat in the bin?
The cat was terrible.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I can kind of feel her energy.
Yeah, I hate them. Yeah, I don't hate them. I don't trust them. That's the problem.
Well, no, with cats, they say you've got to earn the trust. No,
I don't want to have to do that. You're living in my house, mate. Like,
pay for your food.
Yeah, it's just moved on to cats now, though. Like, anything else on dogs?
No, I don't have any plans to add any more cats to the arsenal. Really,
could get some cats. Like, we should get a cat now.
Could do. We've accidentally driven into South Shields.
We have, yeah. Why are we here?
We'd gone the reverse of the Great North Run route.
Most people do that, yes.
Yeah.
Shall we? Anything else? Dogs. Dogs are great, guys. Dogs are good as well. They're helpful. They help find people. Just explaining what a guide dog is there.
Yeah. It's like what they call it, seeing dogs for the deaf as well.
What?
They're good. Seeing dogs for the deaf.
Seeing dogs for the deaf.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a hearing dog?
Yeah, hearing dogs for the deaf. Yeah.
I can see that, mate. To tell he's. I know that. I can see that. Right. Anyway, before we offend people, we should move on. And I'm going to spin the wheel again. Yes. I'm spinning the wheel. The wheel's spinning. I'm spinning the wheel. The wheel has landed. The wheel has landed on Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever been?
No.
You want to?
No, not really.
It's miles away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really far away, yeah. Everything wants to kill you in Australia, which I find quite problematic, really.
Also, like massively underutilised as well, isn't it? Because you've got that whole bit in the middle.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a waste, really. I've never been. I've got no intention of going. I find the people quite annoying.
Yeah, well, I told you about me on another podcast we do. I had a bit of an obsession during one of the lockdowns. Had an obsession with Australian MasterChef.
Oh yeah.
Because it has an incredible theme tune in the UK.
But it's on for like 1,000 episodes.
Yeah. the episodes are better than the British ones.
Right.
There's less talking about like, they'll do like a bit to camera, and then they'll go like, oh, right, Johnny, what are you making? Johnny goes, I'm making a pea and mint risotto.
Right.
Sounds awful.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Pea and mint? Do they make pea and mint? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
I'm making pea and mint risotto with broiled sirloin steak. 2 seconds later, the woman goes, Johnny is making a pea and like, you just told us that.
I know that. You just said that.
And he goes, oh, I think I'm worried. I'm not gonna finish it on time. And Sheil goes, Johnny is worried that he's not going to. And every episode.
Have you not just left the audio description on?
Could be. That could be it, yeah. But every episode lasts. Not much happens. Not much cooking seems to take place. And they always go out of the studio like really early in the series as well to go like to a kitchen.
Right.
Like complete amateurs are having to do like quite difficult services.
Okay. We should go to Bolden, by the way.
That's a good idea. Yeah, they don't do that in the Australian one. It's very kind of like, and it's very supportive.
It's all in like it's more like a Hell's Kitchen sort of thing, isn't it? Like like Ramsay sort of.
Yeah, and they have like guest chefs come in and they set them challenges, and instead of like the way that the British one does it is they have like heats and that. And then they'll all come together for like the semi-finals and the finals, whatever. Yeah. They'll just have like 12 cooks in a room. So you get these like relationships forming out of it, little partnerships and little double acts and stuff.
That's quite good.
They're all quite supportive of each other. There's no kind of flare-ups. So it's a bit like Bake Off in that sense. Yeah. They all start off in the same room. So it's quite good.
Like upside down.
And the food looks good as well. They all use like this hibachi grill.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like an indoor barbecue.
Yeah, they're good then. Are they Australian?
I think they might be Japanese.
Oh, right, okay.
Because there's lots of kind of like Pan-Asian influences.
Yeah.
And like obviously like lots of grilling goes on, despite the whole stereotype of barbecues. It is pretty prevalent in Australian cuisine.
No, well, it is.
It looks good.
There is the whole stereotype, but I don't know. I like this. It's not about, you got to watch because there might be kids like just randomly cycling blindly across the road. That was ridiculous.
I would have done something like that in my years. This is remarkably close to my old stomping ground.
Yeah, well, it was nearly his squashing ground if he does that. I don't know. Australia's like, I've never really. I know loads of people are like desperate to go, and loads of people just go and then go. All right, I'm moving there. It's great.
Yeah, like that. What's that show? TMTV.
Yes, Wanted Down Under.
Yeah, and they'll like decide midway through, and the wife always goes like, they always do the opposite.
Yeah.
Thing, and
then they never go.
Yeah,
we don't fancy it. We just actually wanted to go to Australia, and this was a good way of like getting you to pay for it.
We're still living our like 2 up, 2 down semi in Ormskirk, and we're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy. We've got roots here.
You haven't even got a passport. Like.
I'd love to do that on like Grand Designs. Go through the design phase. Like, so are you going to pay for this? I don't know. I thought you would.
I thought Channel 4 paid. Kevin McLeod, like, fuck's sake, getting his wallet out.
It's $100,000. It's a pretty good design, to be fair. Like, so you're not going to pay it right. Okay,
McLeod signing the check over. I don't know. This has happened.
My brother's old school. This.
Yeah, it's good for the listener. This. Yeah. I find that I don't like them when they play cricket. They're very annoying. Like
Australians.
Yeah, the cheat. Which is funny. I respect that. I have to say. I don't know. There's something off about Australians. The beer is rubbish. I don't know. Maybe Foster's because they don't drink that, do they?
No.
But like, you never hear anyone. Oh, I'll have a nice VB.
Yeah.
Victoria.
4X.
Castlemate 4X. Yeah, and then they're like boomerang stupid as well. And also, like, you can't like go to the toilet without thinking could be a snake in here or a spider.
Yeah.
Everything wants to kill. The trees are like poisonous. Like some of the trees, like you touch them and then your hand like rots. Horrible.
What was that Australian pub in Newcastle?
Bar Oz.
And that on the toilets there, it was like it's like the Dunnies. They call them the Dunnies. And then it was like Sheila's and whatever they called men.
Oh, yeah.
Or something.
Did they import like loads of like
just confused?
Like snakes. And
I want to go for a wee and I'm confused. Am I a boy or a girl?
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I a Bruce or a Sheila? I don't know.
I quite like. I mean, again, food stereotypically is barbecue food. It's quite. I was going to say it's quite hot, but parts of it aren't, are they? Like the parts of it, some of it's more rainy than others, and some of it's cooler than others.
Yeah.
Obviously, the outback is just stupid. It's a waste of time, man.
Well, it's pointless. Like, hasn't any like developer tried to just evict the horrible wild animals that live in there?
I think it's more the fact there's like no water there. Like,
Right.
you get stuck in the outback and die, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, thing. And like the cities are like a 7-hour flight away from each other and stuff.
Yeah.
It just seems, I don't know, it seems like
That's a faff, innit?
if like Spain's nice and it's like 2 hours away. You just go there.
Yeah, it's a good point. And everything's back to front as well.
In Australia?
Yeah.
And upside down.
Upside down, yeah.
Stupid, yeah.
Water
And it's
goes
like-
the opposite way.
It's like tomorrow now there.
Yeah, your summers are winters.
Yeah.
Christmas is in summer. It's weird.
I want no part of Australia. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
wash your
out.
hands of it.
I've washed my hands of Australia.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sick of it. I don't want anything to do. I'm not even talking about it anymore. I don't want to click on this advert. Spinning the wheel again. Spinning the wheel. Probably the final time this episode. The wheel has landed.
Oh no, they've knocked down the old green.
The wheel has landed on Airline ITV.
Airline, yes. This is a recent addition as well.
Yes. So, Airline, for those of you who are younger than 45, was as Richard looks mournfully at the loss of his old school. Was that the one?
No, it's not a school. It used to be a school, but then
Was
it
it
became
was that that school?
No, it's not that school.
Right.
No, it's Tudor Reid Community Centre. They turned into a community centre in a Tudor Reid field, and it was like my house backed onto it.
Right.
You could go through a hole in the fence and just go and play football on the field. So just go. There was like always something on at the community centre.
Was this after work or?
After work. That's when I was a kid, and it was always a bit like forbidden because we couldn't go too far past Tudor Reid. It was like the limits of how far.
Okay. Well, I wasn't allowed to cross that road. Yeah, you can't go past Bright Street.
My brother was 18, like, he got a bit annoyed by it. But yeah, that was like the limit of this play, and the train line was the limit of our play this way as well. So where you go past on the metro, we weren't allowed that far.
Speaking of metros, if we go to a metro pub, a pub near a metro station, I can start my metro Twitter account thing.
Right, I know where to go then. Anyway, Airline, yeah.
Oh yeah, so if you are younger than 45, Airline was a program. In this, it competed a be with Airport. On
Yeah,
BBC,
it was like the response, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was a different vibe. It was in the early days of EasyJet.
Yes.
It's Luton Airport, and it was basically fly on the wall. Like,
Yeah.
it followed the staff dealing with just the worst people imaginable, the most entitled people. And the Jane, the star of the show.
Yeah, she was absolutely like unflappable.
Just no time for any bullshit.
Yeah.
I was watching one the other day, and there was this guy who had arrived something like 25 minutes before his flight and didn't realise that they wouldn't park his car for him. So he was like running in, like putting his tie on for some reason, and he'd left his car outside the front of the airport. Right now, by the way, you do that, you're going to prison for 20 years. You get out of your car at the terminal building and leg it.
Yeah.
Like, you are in serious
It's going to
trouble.
be picked out straight away.
Like, it's like, and he was like, well, I'd have made the flight if you had valet parking. And she was like, yeah, but we don't. So,
Yeah.
like,
Has an airport ever had valet
I think you can pay for it in certain airports, yeah, but like, why would you just be able to leave your car at the front desk? Like,
just throwing your keys as you
there you
run
go,
past.
man. So he missed his flight, and he was fuming, and he was like, he said, I've stuck up for EasyJet when people have slagged it off. And then there's a solemn picture of him waiting at a bus stop to go to Heathrow Airport after, because there was no other flights that day. It's an amazing program, Airline. Like, they're on YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
And Jane made a bit of a revival recently, didn't she? She kind of came around again.
Yeah, I saw it popping up on stuff.
Like
where are they now?
Because I think people have, like, a new generation of people have sort of discovered Airline for the first time.
Yeah. Just let that man pass.
Just let them pass.
Annoying.
Yeah,
it's good. Like Airport was
Airport was
BBC,
more
and it was
serious, I guess,
yeah.
like more focusing on like the operational side of Heathrow, whereas like Airline was looking for possibly the worst. There was one the other week where where this family had booked the flight, and they turned up, and the flight was actually booked for the same day the next month.
Yes.
And like that feels like their own fault.
Yeah.
And they were really apologetic about it, and they sorted it out for them.
Yeah, you'd hear of these things like cropping up where they'd like forgotten the passports, and everyone like the staff would move heaven and earth.
Yeah, we're bending over backwards for
and
it.
it's like you do that anywhere else. You turn up for a bus and go, I've got the wrong day.
Yeah, so
let's go like, and can you get off the bus?
Is that my fault? This bus, this isn't going there. This is a different bus.
Yeah, this isn't even the bus.
This is my get out of the car.
It's just a works van. Get off.
Just get out. But it's like it was like one of the original docu-series things. I think it's like 7 series of it as well.
It's part of like the first kind of wave of fly on the wall stuff where you had, to a very limited extent, you had like Premier Passions for Sunderland, which was a bit fly on the wally. But then you had like Driving School.
With Maureen.
With Maureen. That was one of the trailblazers. I can't think of any others around.
Well, Airline, I'm sure I followed a different airline for the first series. Might have been Britannia or something.
Right.
And then it went to EasyJet because Stelios was often making appearances, wasn't he?
Yeah.
People demanding to speak to Stelios and then him just being there.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like going into like Harrods and like demanding to speak to like Mohammed Al Fayed. It's like, hey Mo.
Yeah. I've bought this fucking Fabergé egg.
Shit. I've sat on the bastard.
Trying to make fucking poaches. Shite.
Fucking shite this.
$4,000.
Hey, what up?
Shite.
Yeah. But yeah, like Airline focused on there were moments of like warmth as well, like where they would help out like someone who genuinely in need. But what was really apparent is how god awful the British public are.
Yeah.
Just the demands, the entitlement, the arrogance that people show in airports.
And they're also like, there's no kind of playing up to the camera from any of the passengers.
No.
They're so like kind of blind to the cameras being there because they're like, this is the most important thing.
Yeah. My flight, like someone was, the TikToks pop up all the time, like 60-second clips of it. And there was a woman like who had an arts meeting in Edinburgh, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm not bothered. Like, it's not our fault that you've missed this flight."
Yeah.
She was sat in a coffee shop. She was sat in the coffie shop because she thought it was the Bachelor.
It's nice, isn't it?
And then Jane just went, "Well, I can't check you in from a coffee shop, love." So,
she was great.
No, she was great. But yeah, everyone should go and check out Airline.
Yeah, I'm going to watch them all on YouTube now.
Yeah, we should. Is that enough topics for this one?
I think we've covered off 3.
I think we have. We definitely have. Well, yeah, that was Australia, Dogs and Airline, the ITV docu-series. That's it for this episode. We'll be back next week, which we're actually recording in a minute. And yeah, that's all from us for this one. And
don't forget to send us your suggestions of things to put on the wheel.
And do give us a nice rating as well. Don't be that dickhead who gave us a 1-star rating.
Yeah, not even any words either.
I know, I've got no words, to be honest.
Thanks for listening at the same time.
Thanks for listening. They won't listen. It'll have been one of people who don't like one of our other podcasts that we do. It was me, man. And, thanks for listening.